I'm going to explain to you how I bench pressed 110 kilos at 16 years old. It was a lot the same you see for other lifts, really. Consistency, diet, training, recovery, these main bases. Because I was so young, I made lots of mistakes. But I'll just go through what I did right, what I did wrong, what I'd improve, how I'd get there quicker. Because I think 16 years old, 110 kilos is respectable. And this is done completely naturally. I think I still look natural. I'm not a big guy at all. Anyway, it was my favourite exercise, as most people, like, who doesn't like bench press? It's a fucking good exercise, it feels so good. But pretty much spent most of my first year or two just dedicating myself towards bench press. I was working out in my home gym. I only had a flat bench, didn't have an incline press or anything. First base is you need to sleep. If your training is on point, if your diet's on point, you're not going to make any progress if you don't sleep. You need to try and aim for about 8 hours each night. I was 15 years old, I wasn't really getting that. I was fucking staying up late on my phone doing whatever the fuck 15-year-olds do. But sleeping well is really important. So all you can really do for that is keep a consistent schedule, limit caffeine around bedtime. So I stopped drinking caffeine now about 4 p.m. and also limit alcohol, raises cortisol, which inhibits your sleep. The second thing I was doing, eat in a calorie surplus. Again, I was 15 years old. I did not have any money coming in. I didn't really want to spend huge amounts of my parents' money. All I asked my parents to buy for me, because we got a weekly shop, which was full fat milk, which I drank 2 pints of a day, which is about a litre, thereabouts. Eggs, I ate about 4 or 5 eggs a day, still do. Other than that, I was just eating whatever my mum made and what else I could find. I was not eating clean. Eat clean if you can. It's expensive, I know, but I was 15 years old, I could get away with it. And also, diet, I was not tracking protein. Having protein powder here and there, not religiously. The last and most interesting base is training. I was very, very consistent with bench press, loved it. I was training it 2-3 times a week. Have a program, stick to it. And the mistake I made was I switched it up so much that I went through my program, what I was doing. Sometimes I was doing 5 reps, 5 sets. And then I'd be like, oh, well, my progress is stagnating, let's do 8 reps, 3 sets. Which is stupid. So what I'd recommend is, what I'm doing now, I'm going to make another video on my training philosophy. But simply is, I'm literally doing 2 sets for everything. Taking it to complete failure. I can't, like, if I'm doing bench press, I can't get up off my chest. If progress starts to stagnate, you hit a plateau, let's say after a week or 2 weeks, you haven't put any kilos on the bar. What I'd do is figure out, am I sleeping well enough? Am I eating well enough? If you are, only then start adding sets. Sort out diet and sleep. But then, if you know that those two have been dialed in for a long, long time, only then look at your training. It's really simple. Eat enough, sleep enough, train well, and you will be a big bencher.